Hello, 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 hello. This is a midnight conversation. hmm Midnight conversation. How are you guys doing? hmm hmm All right. How are you guys doing? So first off, I want to thank every single one who attended the masterclass today. My name is Coach Wilfred Asukwa. I am a capacity builder. I am also a certified John Maxwell coach, um, an IT certification trainer, and above all, I am a village boy. So how are you guys doing? Um, Today I had a session where I shared with people and I answered a lot of questions, showing them in clear description on Zoom things that you can do differently if you're coming into the tech space. It's a great space to be. Um, you have a lot of closure if you come into the tech space, and some of the opportunities and some of the benefits that you stand to gain if you choose to come into the tech space. So quite amazing. Um, this narrative that a lot of people would call me names and they will still end up coming to ask me for capacity building support is what I don't understand. If somebody is bad, you stay off the person now. If somebody is rude, you stay off the person. Hi, Tony Moore, how are you? If somebody is rude, you will stay off the person. But unfortunately, I have what you all need. I'm not kidding you. I do. I have stopped teaching free classes for a while. Now I'm going to start it again. Okay. Now, you troll me in the dark and then you come to my class for free. You don't even care to say thank you. You don't see anything wrong. But meanwhile, you are trolling me and calling me names. Um, some people expect me to be perfect. I understand that the way you think is based off your awareness. The way I got my awareness is different from the way you got your awareness. Um, Maybach is no calling from God. Orabella, you want to come live? Tell me what you want to come and talk about, please. Thank you. So, I try to balance the irony of the fact that a lot of you troll me, a lot of you find names you call me, but yet you still find a way to come to my DM and ask me for mental support. Like you want to come and pick on my brain to make decisions. I don't understand. Some of you will still end up coming to my class. You will see me hold a free class. You will come. Yes. That should be torturing. You can't say somebody is bad and then you're still coming to me. Some parents will see me to be bad, right? But they are still dealing with me. They are still trusting me with their kids. Yes, it happens. Some feel that I am bad. They want to transact business with, they are transacting business with me. Mhm. I am not kidding you guys. I know they see me to be a bad person, but they can't stop transacting business with me. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. Sometimes I wonder if I'm that bad, why are you trusting me with this? Why are you giving me this? Why are you giving me that? hmm Yeah. So, and I love it like that because where I come from, we don't like the truth. We don't like when people tell us the truth. We don't like when people express the real truth to us about a thing. And we expect that um, Um, it should be um um people should think the way you are thinking. It can never work that way. It can never work that way. So people will always think their own way. They will do their own thing. Okay. In as much as I'm doing my thing, I'm not calling your name. I'm not tagging you. I mean, but the interesting part is just like people would be looking at VDM that is not good, is this, is that. But when you now face when Nigeria happened to you, you would DM VDM. That is the same thing I face. If I say, for example, now I want to teach business analysis for free, business analysis that is 20 days for free, the class will be filled to the brim. One, the Zoom I'm using to teach that class, I am paying for it every single month. Who pays me for that? The resources and the time I'm using to teach that class, who pays me for that? But I will sit down to teach it for free for 20 days. Hello. Who does that? And yet, you are still looking at me as a bad person. Some of you will even call my friends, my contact, to report me. You guys should fear God, though. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not begging you to like me, but I know that the things I say or do, they are nothing but truth. But because your subconscious mind is stereotyped to certain things, you don't love it. You don't admit it. That's fine. You don't. But why don't you, if I'm that bad, why don't you avoid my resources or the things I do? Is what I don't understand. It's a tough thing. I find answers I don't see. Yeah, I had one of my friends, one of my clients, uh, based off in California. We had a conversation. Great person. Hi, Rookie. Somebody kept calling her to report me to her over nothing. He said, "My coach, what did my coach do again? What did my coach do again?" I'm like, "What did he say I do? I collect in girlfriend. He tell you say I quick in girlfriend." He said, "Oh, he's a coach. He's supposed to be this. He's supposed to be that." That is what is running in your head. I can't be you. You can't be me. Be you. I be me. Hi, Rookie. How are you? So I am trying so hard to at least be a nice guy. I'm trying. I'm work in progress. But when you decide to feel like I owe you explanation about my actions, that's entitlement. So don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. The space is big. The world or the earth is broad. As long as I'm not crossing your space, I'm not bothering you in your space. I don't invade your space, right? You too, you don't invade my space. The space is wide. You know what I mean? And then if you are coming to my space, you need to accord me some respect. If I'm coming to your space, I will accord you respect. That's how it is. So if you don't like what I do, you just give me space. You understand me? Just if you're coming to my space, you don't like what I do, you just walk away. If you see my comments and you don't like it, you just walk away. You pass it by. If you scroll through my page, you don't like what I offer, you just leave it. If you now want to come and be trolling me for what is not, that's you're crossing boundaries. If you come to my DM, if you come to my DM and I talk to you or I reach out to you respectfully about a concern, that's different. And if we don't align, and now if you are in this developed country like US, if we need to go to court, we go to court. We do it in a civil way. That's how it is. But when you sit down, you are judging somebody, you are calling the person names, you are finding what to call, and then you still want that person to give you attention or share his or her resources with you. Um, I see that to be very condescending. I see that to be control. I put up a free class for next month. If you go, almost 15 people don't already register from different part of the world. They don't register. They don't even know if it's going to hold. I just tell them it's going to hold, right? But because you confidence that it's going to hold, right? Please, the class is holding next month. Scrum Master, Product Owner. Scrum Master is holding on the 1st of June, 2nd, 1st and 2nd. It's a free class. That class is also a coaching class. I'm a coach. I use what I do in the tech space to coach. So you can come, learn, and get coached. Now, if you want the certification, you got to pay for it. If you choose to pay that day, fine. If you don't want to pay that day, you want to pay later, fine. And if you don't want to pay, that's fine. I wish you can just come online too and say, this village coach, even though his mouth is not good, but I learned from him. Thank you. No, I won't get that. I would have spent my 16 hours and then I'll still spend time to wait and show you how to package yourself in the tech space to get things done. I won't get it. Thank you. I won't. I've done that for over 2 years. Now I want to start doing it again. I'm not stopping. And this is not things you get easily from anywhere. A lot of people came to this our Obodo Yibu. They saw opportunities like this. They did not come and tell you that, this opportunity good. But now someone is coming to tell you. Yeah, I'm back. Thank you. You don't come in and say, okay, well, and like I said, I teach a global certification, global classes, that a lot of people have cashed out. They are cashing out steadily every single time out there. They're cashing out steadily every single time. So the question is this: what are you two also offering people? And in everything, I appreciate you guys for talking about me. That means there is something that I'm doing that needs to be talked about, which is good. I appreciate that. It's good. It's good. That means there's something that I'm doing that needs to be talked about. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So product owner comes up the following weekend, but my business analysis, it will not be free. It's 20 days. It's intense. It's one of my best services I offer. It starts on the 3rd of June. That's the next class that is starting. So you can come in there. It's a 6-figure class, so 6-figure. And then you can get your resume optimized as well and all that. Thank you, Jill Fit. Thank you. You always find difficult registering for the class. No, I can tell you that almost 15, 16 people have already registered for them, both classes. Check the link up there. Either you need to clean off your cookies or something, and then you register. If you don't, go to the website www.zitworldwide.com. Under events, you can register. Just scroll down to the bottom. You register. I'll get the link and I'll set you up for the class. So don't find it difficult, please. It is very important if you want to come to the class. So these are opportunities that will land you great 6-figure. And like I said, I used to work as a CNA in this country. Yes, I used to work as a CNA. CNA means Certified Nursing Assistant. If you don't know what they do, if you know what made, what they do, what made in Nigeria, those people that wear blue in the hospital, what they do. We don't really have nursing homes in Nigeria, but yes, what they do at the nursing home, here you see a lot of CNAs in the nursing home, but they also have them in the hospital. Now, they pay them minimum wage, but there are some healthcare organizations that pay them significant, reasonable amount of numbers. And then some people will do it for so many years. They will um sometimes they will make it up to $25 per hour. And for them, they feel so good and they feel okay with it. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a good start. When you go to secondary school in America here, before you graduate, they would point you to having a trade like technician who fixes car, mechanic, become a CNA, or become a pharmacy tech, something that you can use to start a life if you don't want to go to college in America. So CNA is one of those. So if you choose to become a CNA after you finish high school, you can use it to go and start, life. You see people who works in Walmart, they have a house, they live their normal life, they do their things. Walmart is a conglomerate that have been existing for so many years, and a lot of people are working there. They've worked there for ages. You know what I mean? So when I came to this country, I came to train as a pilot. And like I always explain to you guys, my intention was not to stay back, but one, two things, three things led to the other. And I stayed back. And when I was navigating my way, I remember I was told that, oh, Fred, you need to do CNA because you're always going to get a job. That's what people believe when you do CNA. They believe I will always going to get a job. So that's why I carry my backhoe. I go do CNA. I go do CNA. So when I was doing CNA, there was a store I was working with, a grocery store. That grocery store, they can't allow you work more than 25 hours. And they use a point system in that store. I've not worked in the factory before. So they use a point system. And that point system, if you come late, it's 15 points. No, if you come late, it's 2 points. If you do a no call, no show, it's 15 points. And as soon as it clicks 30, you have to leave. I was there over. People don't last there up to 6 months. 3 months is too much. If you don't clock in, it's 2 points. If you don't clock out, 2 points. If you don't clock out for break, 2 points. If you don't clock in after break, 2 points. So you have to be extremely disciplined to work in that organization. It was a grocery store. It was called Ocean State Job Lot. So and they now told me, oh, you have to do CNA, and so I found myself doing CNA. Yes, I found myself going to do CNA. I started working in the nursing home. It was an emotional experience that I had. It was an emotional experience. But I can tell you for a fact that that experience inspired me to think outside of the box to do something better with my life. Yes. I had to think outside of the box to do something useful with my life. Because in that CNA, they used to pay me $13.75. When you go there, you can't sit. You have to be on your toes throughout the night. I used to work night shift. Then, when my admission back to grad school kicked in and I was almost closing the admission, some people introduced me to group home. There's something called group home. Group home is where you get out for like autistic kids or people that government are taking care of and all that. Like all those sex offenders. You know what group home is. So it was more relaxing. And I decided to pitch my tent there while I was going to grad school. It was an intense process. Tough. Now, you know how it is now. The more you grow older, the more responsibilities you get. and you want to settle down and all that. I had to be working like almost 100, 110 every single week. It wasn't fun. It was not fun, guys. It was not fun. Trust me, it wasn't fun. Now, upon completing that program, I had to apply for jobs. The jobs did not come. Mm-mm. So, like some of you would say, oh, we applied for job, they didn't call us. You are not doing it right. I also felt that too. I didn't do it right. It was after I sat down to research on. See, some of us give up easily on things. If they didn't bother you well, you go figure them out. You go find out how you go take settle yourself. Yes, if the thing bother you well, like it bothers you well, you go find out and figure out how you are going to settle it. Yes, you would think, you sit down, you brainstorm, you would plan, you will ask questions, you will network to figure out how you are going to settle that thing. If you're not tired of the low life you live or menial life you live or minimum wage life you live, you are not going to sit down, think and research on how you are going to transition from that current state or that state that you are. So that was how I went on to research on what I was going to do. And I discovered that there is a difference between skill set and just having a degree. Skill set streamlines you to a particular thing you are doing. A particular thing you are doing. Yes, you focus on it. So let's say you studied computer science. That's general, right? But you can streamline to like being a DevOps engineer or a software engineer. So you streamline it. But if you're just keeping your resume open, it doesn't streamline, you might not gain traction. So in attending that, it was going to cost me another reading, another study, another research, another batches of exams to write. A lot of us don't want to do that. So when a lot of you are looking at me like, oh, is it because you are this? You are... No, 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 no. I wasn't like this before. I was also at the low level that a lot of you listening to me were. So you can't just expect to wake up overnight, and it happens. If you are fortunate that your parents were affluent or you had people that could support you, you just got it one time. A lot of us, we need to walk our way and survive before we do things. We have to. So what is it that you are doing? You need to do it differently. So I've tested that space where you just have barely minimum to go by. So business analysis is one that I would recommend to my enemy, not because I'm teaching it. You don't have to. And the interesting part is this: a lot of people will go and take the business analysis somewhere. When it did not work out, they will come back to me. Somebody say, oh, someone recommended me, I should come to you. When I took it this place, I didn't understand it. It didn't make sense. Of course, when you come to my class, I can literally teach you with pidgin English. I can usually use my village language to teach you. If I say I know something, I'll use my village language to teach you so that you don't forget. Yes, I'll use my village language to teach you so that you don't forget. Hi, Auntie Wumi. This is a midnight call. This is a midnight call. So we all go through these phases. We all deal with a lot of this every single day. And I want you to please see it as an opportunity. Hi, Ada, how are you? I see it as an opportunity to not just better your life, but to also better the life of the people that are depending on you, like your children. So don't get stuck with that. I have been there. The reason I'm talking about this today is because somebody was telling me, oh, is it because you have made it, or is it because you are living in the US? No, 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 no. That is not the goal. I have also been there before. I have worn that shoes before, and it was not fun. It was not fun. It was not fun. Yes, I have worn that shoe before. It wasn't fun. It was tough. And I've said it before. After working 110 hours, 100 hours every week, I never made past $84,000 a year. A lot of work had to. It never. It was a lot of stress, right? So come into the tech space. I'll encourage all of you. You don't have to come to me. There are other people teaching it. You can connect with people who are already in it. I encourage you, make it a priority. It is going to demand a lot of reading from you. It will demand a lot of networking. It will demand a lot of studies. It will demand a lot of hands-on practices of the things to do from you. I mean, nothing good comes easy. Even the celebrities that we all follow, you know the work they put before they became celebrity. You know the trials and the tribulation they had to deal with before they became celebrities. If some of them would share with you what they went through, you will not want to become a celebrity. But you see this space that we are, it's very straightforward now. There's nothing to hide from you. It's very open. You can just pick one niche, drill deep into it, and make a fortune out of it. Stay focused, drill deep into it, and make a fortune out of it. Even when you see all these skit makers or all these content creators on social media, it's not easy for them. They create contents for them to also, make a living. It's a consistent thing they have to do. So when I'm asking you to come and do business analysis, I know what I'm saying. If you focus on it, you try to understand it. Of course, business analysis is one course that is needed by any enterprise. Any enterprise. You can get a job as a business analyst anywhere in the world. Those in Canada get business analyst role in in US. Those in US, you know how many companies want to hire me in Europe, even though I live in the US. Yes, companies in Europe wants to hire me. Yes, they want to. People in Nigeria are getting jobs. The only thing is when you do business analysis, add data to it so that you sell faster. Add data to it so that you sell faster. But the problem we have is that we don't want to put in the work. And that's where the problem lies. Nobody wants to sit down to pay the price to study, to read, to practice the tools that you're going to use to work as a business analyst. When I was pursuing this journey was when I started loving basement, because we had a basement in our apartment then. It was a townhome. I was spending a lot of my time in the basement. That's why I just literally love basement. When I was buying this home, if you did not have a basement, there was no way I was going to buy it. It's like a man's cave. You see where I am. You see how quiet it is. You might hear noise upstairs, but down here it's peaceful. Nobody's bothering me. I'm not bothering anybody. Yes, because this is when you see, if you are an intelligent person, you would have time alone. You will love time alone. And in the place of time alone, that is when you are calm to think, reason, articulate, and then discover things. That's when you spend time to practice the things you want to learn, the things you want to share. You see, like when I was having a session today, the group session where I answer a lot of questions from people who want to get into the tech space, it's because I've done a lot of stuff. So I was able to share with them with screenshots, not screenshots, with opening my computer to point them to the things they could do. If I didn't do them by myself, there was no way I was going to be able to show them. So business analysis is one that would really help you to at least get your foot on the door. You don't have coding, you don't have programming. So what is the big deal? It's like doing business administration. The only thing you need to do is you need to learn those tools. Those tools like Jira, like Lucidchart, like Visio, you need to sit down and practice how to use them. You have to sit down and practice how to use them. I want you to consider this. Very important. I need you to consider this. Very important. Maybach, this your name. I know you resemble Mercedes Benz stuff. Grade 7 spirits. It's been a while. So business analysis, I would push it. I will encourage you to take a shot at it. My reward is in heaven. You guys should not take me there. I don't believe in heaven. I don't. A lot of people don't want me to talk about religion. They say it's sensitive. You guys should not bring it here. No, don't bring it because I don't believe in heaven. How many tech skills do I need to get the job faster? It all depends on you. That question is an open-ended question because the tech space are broad. Software engineer, DevOps engineer, business analysis, data science, AI. There are many. So which one? That's an open-ended question. It's broad. It's broad. So you have to know exactly which one, and then you determine the tools you are going to use. As a business analyst, I don't have a business with GitHub. If I go to GitHub, it's because I work with a team. They push their codes in there. I am able to go there to play around with it. Yes. I'm able to play around with it. Yes. A GitHub. So you will not expect me. I'm not a software engineer. Why should I go and learn Python? Why should I go and learn ML? I'm not a software engineer. I'm not a data scientist. So why do I need ML? Why do I need Python? So it's an open-ended question that you need to fill in the answers first before you can determine which tech skill do I need to get a job faster. If you ask me, go and learn programming. So when you say how many, if you say which, I say go and learn programming. That will get you gigs faster anywhere you are in the world. Faster. Go and learn Python, ML, and get good at them. When they call you for interview and they put you on their console to fix something, you are able to fix it. Okay. So I don't want you to misconstrue that when some of us come up to share, do you full stack is better than business? Of course. Maybach. It's better. If you're a full stack developer, it's better off than being a business analyst. Yes. The reason I talk about business analysis is because it doesn't require the full stack like coding, programming. What about learning 4 tech skills? I learn more than 4 tech skills now. Business analysis, data analysis, agile scrum master, product owner, product manager. That's I already mentioned 4. If you add release train engineer to it, yes. If you add lean portfolio management to it, yes. Project manager, yes. You see, 8. I've counted 8. But the beautiful thing about mine is that the tools used, they are common. And there is a likelihood that you are going to, when you find yourself working in a space, you will walk around these people, the same set of people. So the skill is common among everybody. Do you understand? Good. So it makes it very, very important to understand. We understand that. But if you say you want to go and learn full stack. Now, if you learn full stack, where you can use back end, front end, you can do ML, you can do different programming language, and then you want to add DevOps engineering, where you do AWS, um, AWS, Azure, Azure DevOps, Azure. Okay, you're not gonna struggle because you have done that before in you know being a full stack. Now delving into the DevOps space, it's gonna be an easy ride for you. So that means you will add that to your skill set. Now, what if you want to become a tester, like a QA? You can delve into that again. You'll be fine. So you can learn 4 tech skills. I mean, it's all good. You will be relevant as much as you can. Okay. Business analysis stands out because it's less of coding. There's no coding in it. There's no coding. There is no programming. Mm-mm. The only part that might demand a lot from you is the data part of it, which if you can learn it, it's going to sell you more. It can sell you more. So I encourage you, find a business analyst expert or trainer to teach you. I teach one. You don't have to come to my own. Always go and get those that resonate with what I do. They always come and pay and they will do it. Okay. So here, I don't just teach, I also train, I coach, and I mentor. So if you decide to take my classes, I will not just let you go, but you have to pay anyways. Like I have a combo, 3,150. I will not just train you, I will coach you. And if you meet all my expectations, I will lay out the roadmap and the things you are going to do. If you succeed to meet all of them, then on my own, I will mentor you. Because if I ask you to pay me for my mentorship, you won't be able to pay. Because I don't know how long it's going to take you to get a job, but I have to be there for you. If you get interview, I will show up for you. If you get you do the interview, you record it and send it to me. I'm supposed to cover up and can catch up with you. Right? Good. So that is why I will always say, if you're just starting in the space, get yourself a coach. It is going to make your work and your life very easy. If you want to do trial by error, it's not like you're not going to get it, but it's going to stress you for long. I know it's expensive to hire a coach, but it's one of the best things that will happen to you if you can hire one who holds you by hands and gets you up to speed. Mhm, mhm. He holds you by hands and gets you up to speed. Okay? All right. So I hope this makes sense. This resonates with you. And I also, DIT degree here in the States. I don't know what DIT is. Chill of 202. Yes. I make it look as easy as it is. Well, it's not going to be as easy as you say it. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for really encouraging us always. Yeah, chill of man of God. See, people devote their time for different stuff. Okay. Now, if someone that is in music should talk to you about music, it will make it seems effortless, right? But this is the tech space where I am, and I work with all of these people I talk about. I work with them. You know what I mean? So they can relate, and I learn from them. I'm in the meetings with them. You know what I mean? I am in meetings with them. So I listen to them when they talk. I try to understand what they say. I also learn from them. Oh, Doctor of Information Technology. I didn't know it's called DIT. Doctor of Information Technology. What about business analyst and data analyst together? I just said it now. If you do business analysis and you add data to it, you are hot. I do business analysis and data. I do SQL, I do Tableau, I do Power BI. I mean, Excel. Yeah. You sell faster. You sell like crazily faster. Start with one first. Start with business analysis. Then you see that data analysis. Just go and be picking those tools. For example, SQL. It took me 6 months to learn SQL and wrote the exams. Of course, now business process modeling notation, BPMN. Of course, it's a topic in business analysis. It's a topic there. Of course, if you don't mention that in process mapping, it's called process mapping. If you don't teach that one, then the business analysis, it's this guy, Dr. Christian Official. Process mapping is one of the hottest topic that when you go for business analysis interviews, they must ask you. Yes, now product design as a UI UX, that's where you hear full stack. People that are doing front end, back end, then UI UX. That's what is called full stack. That means you're all rounder. There are people that I have a young girl, a mentee who is in Port Harcourt. She works for a company here in the US as a UI UX person. They pay her $1,000 every month. She lives in Port Harcourt. Hi, Luanda. So you can see it's broad. It's broad. It's broad. So you can choose to maximize and make use of whatever you want to do with your time, your resources, your energy, and you'll be just fine. Yeah. If that is what you want to focus on, in fact, pound yourself with it continually until you are very good at it. Pound yourself on it like this until you feel satisfied that, okay, you have done justice to it. And you will notice that you're going to sell. And over time, you get good at it by the day. Your confidence level will build. And then if you build a portfolio and you sell yourself out there, you are good at it. So, Dr. Christian Official, you talked about Doctor of Information Technology. I'm sorry, I didn't know that's what the meaning was. Grade 7 mentioned it. Any school. Yeah, I don't want to do doctor again. I don't tired to the read. Now money I find. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, anything you find doing, do it well and make something out of it. When I started this journey, it was looking like illusion. I remember when my coach used to coach me on how to take interviews. It was an Indian lady. It was overwhelming. And I was like, what in the world? How do I? You know how you read some kind of things, you read. It can't be like, say, they understand what they read. Yes, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. But over time, it has become part and parcel of, because I wouldn't stop each day researching, reading, learning something new. Oh, congratulations with Department of Labor. Awesome. The only problem I have with this government work is they don't pay high numbers. I saw one yesterday. Their number was low, 80 something, 84,000. I was like, I don't want to do 84,000. So that was the time I got a job in the White House for a business analyst role. I run. They were going to do a lot of clearance on me. I'm like, No, 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 no. Let me mind my space. Yes. I have a lot of government job opportunities, but their numbers are always low. Mhm. I can't do anything less than 130. No, I won't. 130. I can walk around that for it for just to put my body and soul together. Mhm. But what my eye is always in, and that 130, there should be bonus that comes somewhere. Yeah. So please, like I said, there are so many. Someone has mentioned UI UX, full stack, where you do front end, back end, different programming language, business analysis, data analysis. There are so many. I talked to you guys about qualitative analysis. In class today, one of my mentees, whom I sponsored to learn qualitative analysis, she is balling in Lagos because I just want to finish my MSIT, then jump to the doctorate. Okay. However, the DBA kept coming, but I would prefer DIT because if I got if I go for PhD information technology, it would take me another 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I mean, if you love that, why not? Why not? Masters in information technology. Yeah, why not? If you want to do, if you are this book person, I love book, but um, don't be to do PhD. Not to do PhD. Not to do PhD. So please, um, mine is to encourage and to push you. Like I always said, one of the reasons why I keep doing this is because if the Yahoo boys could set up a training school for people to become Yahoo Yahoo, our generation will not forgive us if we don't counter them by setting up academy or training grounds where we train people on the right things to do. So I'm contesting and competing with Yahoo Yahoo. They set up school to train young boys to be Yahoo Yahoo. And now, why don't I also set up a training school, an academy like I have, to train young people how to become business analysts, product managers, product owners, data analysts? Why? Why? Why shouldn't I set up that? That's why I did what I did. We can't allow evil to strive all the time. We can't allow people who set up stuff just to manipulate and live off people. Yes, we should also set up stuff that you can also benefit from it yourself. You got to be hungry for it. And that's the truth. If you're not hungry, you can't get it. Like someone rightly said, I'm speaking very calm and confident about this because almost the hunger went day my body that time when I get into this space. No before, yeah. You have to be hungry to learn. Dr. Christian Official. Thank you for saying that. You have to be hungry like this to learn. That is the only way you can get something out of it. Yes. It will stand you out. It will give you a niche. It will give you money. Not to become a millionaire, but at least you'll be fine. That's the spirit. I will talking to my secretary and we just bought a land for our IT university. That's why I am going to that doctoral level. Oh, great. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, okay. You want to focus on IT? Yeah. We need a lot of these in Africa. We need a lot of these in our community. We have been left far behind. And in our own generation, we want to do our best to pull in more people into the space. We want to do our best to pull in and drag more people who will also benefit from the space. And that's why I show up here all the time. That's why I show up here all the time. That's why I talk about it all the time. That's why I offer free trainings all the time. I felt bad that I had to stop the free trainings because it was taking a lot on me because of my time going to work and all that. Yeah, so right now I'm focusing on getting something remote where I have to be on at home and to be able to manage stuff. And because of family responsibilities, driving to pick up my kids from school all the way from the office because it was an hybrid kind of role. Yes. So yeah, we'll show up, we keep pushing. And if I talk to you, I don't just talk to you, I offer you the free classes, right? At least you come in there, you listen, the one that aligns with you, you can grow with it. You can choose to take the certifications so that you can boost your resume. And then if you think you want us to coach you, you have an opportunity to also take that services as well. So it's not like, oh, we didn't have someone to tell us this. We didn't know, oh, someone can share this with us. Oh, nobody was there to tell us this. Oh, you are calling us out on this, but what are you giving us in returns? I do all that. I give you something in returns. You come to the free. Yeah, today now I spend 4 hours of my time to answer questions and to coach a lot of people who wants to get into this space. A lot of people have benefited from these services for the longest time. They have benefited from it immensely. And they tell other people. I have a lot of my clients through referrals. Mhm. Some of my clients, they don't even follow me. They're not even on Instagram. They refer them, oh, go and talk to Wilfred. Yes. He's very blunt to he's going to tell you the truth at all times. I can't tell you lies because I'm not going to gain anything. It's like you come to my class for free and I'm lying to you about something. No, there's no point. And then again, if I lie to you now, there are people here who are smarter than me, who knows more than what I'm saying. They will counter me now. It takes away my credibility. Even though, like I said, a lot of people still don't like me, even despite the fact that I'm sharing the truth, things that are very truthful, very, very true. You know, in your heart of heart, it is true, but you just struggle with the fact that you don't want to hear me say it. Don't worry. I would say those ones that will make you feel somewhat very uncomfortable. Don't worry. I'll work on that. I'll work on that. But you know in your heart of heart, it is true. But because you are so used to hearing lies upon lies, like for example, if I said, this thing is not going to be easy. It's possible, but it's hard. Today in the class, somebody asked me a question. I was answering. I said, I told this my mentee to go and what I'm going to tell you is going to be hard. But if you go through it, now you go enjoy them. It's like asking you, do NIW. As you come in as a graduate student in North American school, in America, you do STEM. And even if it's not STEM, but it's a higher degree from master's, PhD, do NIW. As soon as you go and look at the NIW, the checklist, you start building complaints. How hard it is, how demanding it is. Okay, so what do you want me to do? I have pointed you to it, and you say it's hard. So what do you want me to do? Then how do you want to get green card? And then you decide you have masters, you did science, and then you now want to go and do pali with marriage because that one seems easier, but trouble when they there, except you are marrying for real. And guess what? When you start the process of the NIW, or the EB1A, you notice that you would have even gotten it before you even graduate. So all you need to do is lose your sleep, sacrifice that time of Faji, and put into the NIW. It's a tough process while you're doing your master's or your PhD. No, you want to go the route of what? Marriage. Now, guess what? When you go the route of marriage, you don't have options. You just get what you want. It doesn't mean when you have NIW or EB1A, it guarantees, oh, the marriage is not. But you will have a choice. It's not because, oh, is it because you want to do paper for me? And that is why you're making. No. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. So, as a coach, what I'm going to tell you to do, it's going to be hard. I can tell you that. And that's the part you guys would think I'm rude because you want me to sugarcoat it for you. No, I can't sugarcoat it. Because if I sugarcoat it, it's going to haunt me back. I do have children. I don't want anybody to sugarcoat for them. It's going to be hard. So I have to tell you the truth. Yes, it's going to be hard. I told you about one of my mentees. After he told me about what she was doing, I said, go and fire your lawyer. You don't need that lawyer. Lawyer that has paid almost 8,000 already, he's still going to pay more because he pays every month. I said, go and fire that lawyer. You don't need it. It's going to put you in more complexity. You don't need it right now. He had to tell you this because he knows you are going to pay for it, but you don't need that lawyer right now. She went to fire the lawyer. It turns out I was right. And again, as a coach, I keep sentiment, I keep bias tendency, I keep selfishness, I keep negative thoughts, I keep pride out of what I'm going to tell you. So because we are not used to people telling us the truth, that makes our life or makes me a bad person, a rude person. Because you want to force what you believe on me. And I'm telling you, if what you believe was working, you won't come to me. So now that you've come to me and I'm pointing you to a right direction, but because it's hard, it makes me a rude person. So I get that all the time. So which is fine. But it still doesn't change the underlying truth that, okay, what I'm saying, this is it. I gave you guys a typical example. NIW, National Interest Waiver, or EB1A. Exceptional. I have talked about it here before now. A lot of my mentees, they run from it because it's tough. My mentee that was here in December, he took me, he sat here, I sat on that table. It took me days, total of 6 to 8 hours for me to review it, proofread it. Even after he left back to Texas, he still sent me the draft again. Almost 3 hours. It's a lot of work writing. Your writing skills must be up to notch. Some of you will find it that paying for Grammarly, the premium one, is going to be, you find it to be too expensive. But it's going to help your writing. It's going to help you so much. And because the people that are going to read those things in the immigration, those people are genius. So they're genius. So again, tell yourself the truth first. Tell yourself the honest truth first before you get into doing what you want to do. Get yourself a coach so that you don't struggle. So you can just listen, don't just get a coach. Get a coach that will tell you the truth that you need to hear. If you get the one that just wants to sugarcoat things for you, it's going to drag you for a longer time. Get a coach because this is what you do. You know, when you come to me and ask me, well, what should I do? No, I wouldn't want to coach you. When you come to me, you must first show me that you know what you want. It is not because I'm telling you I'm doing this and you want to do that. That's already on a wrong note. It will be like I forced you to do it. It's not like I don't love money, but I expect you to know what you want before you come to me. You know what I mean? So if you decided to join my masterclass, I'll put up the next one. If you decide to join my masterclass where I answer all your questions, which again, I might choose not to hold it because I hold a free class already. So when you come to the free class, that settles it. I can answer all your questions in the class. Why not? You can go and make your decision. But if you're coming to talk to a coach who is also a trainer, he might coerce you to do what he's doing so that you pay for it. And that's conflict of interest. So because I don't want to take responsibility if you fail at your stride and you now say, I'm the one that asked you to do it. No, I need you to know what you want before you come to me. That's always my message. All right. I think we've had a great conversation tonight. It's almost an hour. And you will hear me talk about this some more every single time. But always know, I've had my own share of the journey. I've done CNA, I've done security, I've done group home, I've done several different odd stuff. But in all, we are still standing. We are very all right. We are very all right. So, on the final note, my business analysis class is starting on June 3rd. You can choose to join. It's 20 days, Monday through Friday. It starts at 10 p.m. It starts at 10 p.m. I'm dying. Oh, thank you. It starts at 10 p.m. Then it runs. If you take the hands-on, yes, it might take you some extra hours. You need the hands-ons regardless. I have pro teachers that are teaching it. I'm not the one teaching it. I have pro teachers that are taking care of it. We also have the midday one. It runs from 12 to 1. Yes. I'll be in class as well to support that. Wumi is teaching that, but I will be in class with her to support that. It's 20 days. It's a boot camp. You have a lot to learn. Trust me, you have a lot to learn. Lot, far more than the money you pay. And then don't forget the free classes. So if you do business analysis, if you choose to do business analysis, and then take the Scrum Master class, take this Product Owner class, even if you don't have the certification, but you're able to package it inside your resume, which we can get that done during the class of the business analysis. You are out there pursuing stuff. Yes, you are out there pursuing your stuff. So you either get a job as a business analyst or product owner or business, Scrum Master. You have a lot to gain, less to lose. Thank you so very much for your time tonight. It was a pleasure to be here. Your village coach. Good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.